Well, back on the Effield Lake. But to be honest with you, I'm not likely to do anywhere else different really. A little bit of a wander around, trying to work out where to fish. I saw some fish in front of this swim the other day. Yeah, haven't seen or heard much here today since I've been here, but I haven't fished this for quite a while. It's an option, I think. It's an option whether I fish over here or not. Just have to see. You've got to be very careful of those trees in the corner over there, so you have to fish out there aiming off the end of that point. So yeah, we'll have to see. And we can then travel up here a little bit more and sort of at the end of the tower point really. I've sort of completely given up with the island swim. It's just, as I said last trip, it's too much for me these days, especially in this weather and things like this. I think I'll give it a little bit longer and I'll nip back over there and have another go. I need to have the energy to actually tidy up the swim. I was just looking down there on the ground actually, that saw a couple of people going out the gate when I went, and I think that's where they might have been pitched up in this swim here. It does look very much like they've been sort of tinkering around here. Very interesting. I'd like to see and understand where people have been fishing. So they've either been netting fish from here, I don't know really, but yeah, interesting. So I'm going to assume, sorry about the wobbling, I haven't got the thingy back again. Gimbal's the word I'm after, that's why I haven't got the gimbal. It spooks a load of old geese out of here, so I can't really tell if anyone's fished here or not. I've been playing around with some weird little stones and things, so yeah, I did fancy this. The problem is, the birds now, the problem is you just get like fishing ever closer to there, and I don't really want to fish closer to there. And the other problem is they try and go around there, and then they try and go somewhere and everywhere in every swim. Quite interesting, there's a few little bits of Indian pondweed floating on the surface down here. That's been sort of located. That's the view looking down here. But yeah, it does give you an interesting option, this swim. You shall see. Right, let's move on to the next one. I'm actually going to stop recording and come back to you. So yeah, you've got the double gravel swim up here where I was last week, and I might think about having a look at that in a minute. But wow, love the views and things through here, looking at the tower and everything. Right, let's just carry on. This is the double gravel swim where I was last week. The wind's blown away from here, but it will be blowing back in again. Blowing from the west, blowing from the east, blowing from the northwest, blowing from everywhere. So wind direction is not going to really affect my fishing at all really. I just quite like this area because it's relatively easy to land fish, to be perfectly honest with you. The next other option is sort of around the corner, and Marian fishes around here. Another little sort of interesting option around here. Some rabbits running off there. I don't know if you saw that. But yeah, so I think I want to be in this area of some one of these swims. I'm not 100% sure yet, but lovely shady here, isn't it? Absolutely lovely shady. Yeah, Ian didn't do too badly out of this swim in the end last week. These trees need a little bit of a trim back, but it's nice and shady and beautiful really. Look at that. Fantastic place. Right, so yeah, tempting, very tempting. I think I'm the only one here. Amazing. Right, let's take a trip up to the tower swim. This path's well worn in, people fishing in either of these two swims. Oxeye daisies. They're absolutely gorgeous and stunning. Love them, don't you? Absolutely love them. Beautiful. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I've managed to take a photograph up here once with Monkey. There's a bit of organising that was. Along with here, and buckets of water, carrying it and everything. Sorry, I was just pausing. I thought I saw some bird of prey or something. So there you've got what we call a tower car park. My car park's up over there. The only one in this car park. Yeah, I am. And you've got the tower swim here. Which I keep trying the idea. Ian's fished a few, but the right hand tree is absolute. Half of it's been removed. Made the swim a lot more fishable, but night time it's even more of a killer. So don't know. So opposite over here is sort of the island I'll fish towards when I'm over on the Iron Bridge Island, casting across and casting out. And you've got the swim over there, which is the one to the left of the little swim I fished to. So sort of opposite sides of this part of the lake, really. So we shall see. Right, let's put some thought into this and see where we end up. Well, I went for the double gravel swim in the end. I know it so well. I love it. So it's easy fishing. I managed to lose. Well, I lost one in the, don't know, 2 hook pulls last week, but just hook pulls are normal to this place, so it's just a standard thing in every swim. So not a lot I can do about that. We've set up in there, spawned up a load of bait, all out there. Yeah, all looks good really. I say I've not fishing too far out, but a lot of impact particles, a lot of sort of ground bait and other sort of ground up stuff chopped out there as well, and then 20mm classic corn boilies. And all I've got to do is get the rods out and get some bags tied up, and we'll all be done really. Rightio. Better get doing that, and I. Right, I've now got to make up a load of PVA bags for the night. Well, yeah, I'm a bit concerned that these old Godman Solutires, 2, 4, 6, 8, is all I got. Well, hopefully I'll be using more than 8 bags, so I might have to go back to the old style of doing them up and licking them, which is always a bit temperamental when you're storing them in a bucket for some time. But I don't know, it's what it is, isn't it? Maybe I've actually got some stringer tape. I might even use the PVA string. Don't know, contemplating it. But yeah, I've been playing around with these. So yeah, quite like these. It's quite good, really. Right, yeah, so what have we got? How many of these have I got? 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay, but as I always like to do things differently, on the end of the bag that opens, it's on the other bag, and I just literally just cut a little V in the bottom, tiny little V. Put one of these in. Really lucky, it hits it first time. And punch the little ring swivel through the hole. What I like to do is I don't want to choose the bait I'm going to be using all the time. Particularly on a sort of chop and change. I'm a bit of a person for chopping and changing things, just trying to keep things a little bit different. You know, you can't just rely on the norm. Do something different. So what I should have done is pull some of these off first, shouldn't I, really? I'll tell you what, it's been a warm old setup today. I'm sort of glad I bought the Titan. It's quite sort of spacious and roomy. Yeah, I just like to sort of fold this back. It's what makes life a little bit easier, really. Sort of clip it over and be a bit fiddly. It is being a bit fiddly, but we'll just ignore that for now. And we'll just ignore it being fiddly and get that tucked up in there. Then all I do is just clip fold the corners in. Clip a rig. There. Also means you can change the length of the hook baits and things. It's some other weird quirky thing I like to do with bags. That's loud. Yeah. So I found instead of just using tiny little short hook lengths, use quite long hook lengths. The old PVA bags. So yeah. Get that end. Cut. And just drop that in the middle. Oh, it's pretty spot on, really. Wind, don't panic. Picking up. There you go. Things through there, you're in business. Yeah, some of them have got ring swivels on the end, and some of them haven't. They're not really. I've got some longer ones. I'm using them on bigger bags because my small bag supplies run out. Plus some. Pushing closer in, really, to be honest with you, so it doesn't really matter. What we should do is what I said earlier. Take all the solder ties off. I know people use their filling tubes and things, but I just can't get the grip for that. It's all fingers and thumbs for me. Yeah, just do that, fold that down. Alright. And I don't put the fresh rig on or anything, because I'm actually using 2 different hook baits. So if I catch on one, I don't really want to be using on the other one. I need the longer ones, that's what I want. Yeah, I don't want to be using a different hook bait in a different area, so that's another reason why I do it. Yeah, did I cut it? No, I didn't. There we go. I've done now. Ain't quite a big cut, it doesn't have to be a tiny little hole in the bill, you know, if you like. But yeah, so we've set up my favourite double gravel swim. So if you look back over my trips last year in August, I was quite sort of successful in, so do like this swim. Pretty straightforward to fish. Not a million miles from the car park. Not a million miles from the loo. Right. Good view of the lake. You know. That will do. The other way, you cut the wrong end. Yeah, see, that's the end. It's the opening end. I found over the years that I have to write myself a list when I go home. What I need for fishing. Yeah. should really do a bit of prep beforehand, really. With the bag front, but I'm a bit sort of bit busy this week. I'd like to get the stem in the middle. Even if I'm only casting a little way, it just helps it fly. Not sure if you can see, that's just not what I want to happen, especially when I haven't got a lot. But I seem to be having to. My tactics might be changing over this course of. I've done it again. It's two, it's gone. The problem is some of these are quite old. I haven't used them for a couple of years, so I've just wasted two then, haven't I? That's not good. The ironic thing is, I was up in the loft earlier on today and I found a whole bag full of them. What do you think I should have done? Brought them with me. Yeah, probably should have done. Anyway, yeah, I've got me deeper light up there. I'm a bit concerned I might crack my head on it, but we'll just have to see. I normally, when you get up in the night, you sort of lean a bit forward, don't you? So I'm hoping. So what I've basically got in here is really forever soaked pellet, small sizes of, well, it's mostly all catalyst pellet actually, and some sprinklings of little Himalayan salt. Well, not the Himalayan salt, especially in bags. It sort of concentrates it in the little feeding area where you want it to be. And something. Oh no, it's quite a bit of actually. There we go. I'll fold those over later. They look like little packages for happy birthday. Oh, happy birthday to me when I catch a big one. It'll be good, wouldn't it? Use that one. Oh dear. So, that's nearly sorted. I'll tell you what, it's a warm old setup today. Not warmer than I thought it was going to be. It's way warmer than I thought it was going to be. Where's my oh, there it is. Let's get you into the middle. Shuffle it around. Yeah, I don't like having hook baits in bags, mainly because I've had a few issues over the years with hook baits being tangled. So I started putting hook baits on the outside of bags. And yeah, I need to fix that problem. Not 100%, but it's fixed it a lot better than it was. You know, I always believe that when fishing, little fishing devils like to just throw googly at you, just to make you a little bit of doubt in your rigs and your everything, that it's not quite 100% every time, and there's always a possibility it's going to go wrong. But that's the way of the world. Anyway, that is my PVA bag thingy. So quite happy about that. Right here, back in there. Oh, all that in there, rubbish and trash. Right, okay, let can go there, let can go there. Right. Oh, all happily set up and absolutely beautiful. So let's hope one of them rattles off sometime through the dark hours and we get ourselves a good fish. would be nice. It's very nearly tea time, I think, as well. My wife's phoned me a little while ago, so yeah, it must be somewhere near tea time. I seem to have sort of skipped lunch, really, which is something I've always managed to do when I'm fishing. Tea time seems to be the one that's arrived now, rather than later. There we go. Right, I need to crack on then and sort things out. Right then, let's go. Right, got some food on the Weber. Fantastic these are, absolutely brilliant. Basically, anything that comes in a foil container, you can whack on here. Brilliant. So, have it like that. That's what we've got to do, really. Turn the heat on. Put that on there. Put that on there. Clip that to that. Spark it up. Always watch for the gap. Feel a bit of heat. Make sure it's actually come on. Yep. Definitely on. Put the lid on. You'll notice I put a drilled a hole, put a thermometer on there. The more sort of slightly different ones actually come with thermometers and things like that. So yeah, you just watch the temperature slowly creep up. Shouldn't take long. And yeah, once it gets to the right temperature, checking the back as you would do from, would do normally. What have we got on here? From frozen, 45 minutes. There you go, 190. I'll just do that, 190 when it gets up to temperature. I shall put it on and set the timer on my phone and just sit back and wait. Can't ask for any more, can you really? Have that and a bit of salad tonight, it'd be absolutely fantastic. Make sure I get that plastic bit off. Yeah, perfect really. So, just wait for it to creep up. Always put it in a sort of sheltered area. The wind's sort of blowing round, so sort of against here is absolutely perfect. So yeah, looking good for tonight really. Well, temperature now. Just goes on there. If you put it on one of these little metal trays here like this, these things, it stops it burning at the bottom, which works really well. Otherwise it's a bit shapen, that could be entertaining. We shall see. There we go. Yeah, just put it on there, make sure it sits at 200, keep an eye on it, and Bob's your uncle. We'll have some food in a little bit, 45 minutes, so I better set the timer. Right, scoop my food out of here. Yeah, that's not bad, don't you think? Nice bit of lasagna, bit of salad. Can't argue with that, can you? Superb. Oh. That's what you want on the bank, isn't it? Hey? Scrammy tea. Well, it's coming to the end of the first day, which isn't completely and utterly the first day. So I got here about 1 o'clock, I believe, today. Which isn't bad realistically. It's wow, it's looking quite nice really. Sun's starting to go down over the lake, looking as good as normal. Absolutely gorgeous. Nice sort of rays of sunlight are just glimpsing the tower now. My swim's been completely out of sunshine for quite a while now. Sort of slowly setting over my swim, looking lovely. Weirdly, I haven't heard or seen a single carp, which is very unusual. I think I might have heard one earlier, but I haven't heard. Wow, yeah, it's a bit odd, but there we go. Don't know why, it is what it is. Can't sort of argue with it, but look at that, absolutely gorgeous. Looking at the sunshine there. Yeah, we haven't had many crashing carp today, to be honest with you. It's unusual, because normally by now we've sort of seen a few. Last week they were quite sort of active, and this sort of time they're be a bit less active. So I hope I've not made a mistake, but I don't think so, because, well, I haven't seen a carp anywhere else, so I don't think there's any mistake about it at the moment. Don't think they're don't think they're doing very much realistically, really. So not a lot you can do about it, really. I haven't even heard anything over this side at all, really. The middle section, looking good and looking beautiful. I found my gimbal, but I won't bother connecting it this time. Sorry about that, but we'll get there. And my finger. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah. Ian's down. I think Ian's down sometime tomorrow afternoon. Similar sort of time to it was last week. I don't think he might actually be later. I think it's going to be sort of 26 degrees tomorrow. But 26 degrees and less windy, so there's going to be a lot of warmth in it tomorrow. But there we go. All nicely pitched up there. The old Titan T2 is absolute massive bivvy. Fantastic. Can't wait to use it in the winter. It's sort of really going to be my winter bivvy, so I'm going to sit in there sort of peaceful and quiet and just enjoy my winter fishing with a lot of space and be able to stand up and move around. It's so much better. I've got an over wrap for it. That's going to be hopefully lovely and warm. Time will only tell what this winter actually pans out to be. But there we go. Well, yeah. Wait and see where we go, really. Summer solstice today, longest day, so yeah. It can only get closer now. Just hope this winter's better than the last couple of winters. Only but try, keep trying. We shall see. I might even try a different lake actually this winter. Don't know yet. I often think these things and plan these things, but never comes to fruition. I just like fishing and going where I go, really. Rightio. Let's just crack on and enjoy. See if I can wangle one out before dawn.